Hello guys, Soldier Gamer here, and today I'll be reviewing Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. This anime wasn't as popular as Gundam Wing or Gundam 00, but people still mostly liked it. It's a sequel series to it that made people hate it. In this anime, there are people living in outer space in space colonies known as plants. These people there were altered genetically before birth. These people are known as coordinators, and their abilities exceed the limits of a typical person. The people on Earth haven't gone through any changes, and are seen as natural. They're obviously jealous of how talented the coordinators are, and some are disgusted the coordinators would change their bodies like that. This leads to tension between the two groups, and eventually a major war is started. The protagonist Kira lives in a neutral area, but still gets caught up in this major conflict between the coordinators and the naturals. He ends up having to join Earth's forces for the time being, and pilots one of their Gundams. So this anime series is typical two sides really hate each other, and the protagonist is there to help the two sides understand each other. We've seen this type of conflict before in the previous Gundam series, and many times in other anime series. It isn't anything new. So to see the coordinators and naturals try to understand each other isn't exactly new and exciting. I mean, it's kind of obvious what was going to happen. Characters on both sides will realize this conflict is pointless and must be stopped. They each lost loved ones in this conflict because of its senseless violence. So as humans must unite and obtain peace. That was pretty much the plot. It isn't anything groundbreaking. For me, I enjoyed this anime series more because it was interesting seeing Kira try to handle all the responsibilities he was given and overcome all the terrible things that happened to him throughout the anime series. It was also enjoyable seeing his ship Archangel escape from the Zap forces and reach Earth headquarters in Alaska. Unlike many other Gundam series, the protagonist in this series was truly alone. It was up to him to protect Archangel from Zap. He did have the character Mew providing backup support, but it just wasn't the same. Only Kira was the one who could pilot the Gundam that could fight against Zaf. We saw how mentally exhausting it was for him throughout the series. And it's like, he completely loses at times. It was that stressful and tiring for him. It really was difficult because Kira is not even a trained soldier, so he has to do everything right within a short period of time, without any prior experience. You really felt for Kira as he lost friends throughout the journey. It's like, just how much can he endure? This anime is mostly about Archangel escaping from Zaf's forces. It closely resembles the events that took part in the original Gundam series, which was pretty cool. We get to see Archangel and his crew members pull off the impossible and get to the headquarters while getting past the Zaf's large army. It really did take a lot of good planning to get past this large force. It wasn't like they just get through with just force. They had to carefully plan out their attacks. When they do eventually reach headquarters, it was just so satisfying to see, considering all the major battles they had to take part in just to reach headquarters. I overall liked the journey to Alaska, but it did feel like it was a bit too long. At some points, it was like, can they just reach there already so we can see the characters take part in this major war that will decide everything? The war itself was pretty good, lots of intense battles between Gundams. There was a conclusive battle between Kira and the antagonist Rao. Other characters besides Kira also helped end this war, which was nice to see. The ending for his semi-series was good overall. In terms of politics and mysteries, the anime did well in those areas. The antagonist Rao did such a good job at manipulating both Earth and Zap's forces. He got them to fall right into his plan. It was such a good mystery surrounding his character. You obviously want to know the man behind the mask, and why he ended up being the twisted person that he is. There is also a big plot twist around Kira's character that just left you in shock. No wonder he's so talented at piloting Gundam. There's one awful thing about this anime series though, that people can't overlook, myself included, which was the plot armor that Kira got in one particular scene. In terms of that one scene, it was as bad as gets in terms of plot armor. The anime never gave a good reason for the plot armor that Kira got, so of course people are going to be upset. In terms of characters, this anime had such great characters, except for Frey, that is. The anime had an annoying character named Frey that pretty much controlled Kira and isolated Kira from his friends. She actually hated Kira and the coordinators, but saw him as a useful pawn. I wouldn't have an issue with this if she was being portrayed as this twisted character that used people. The problem was, all she pretty much did throughout the series was whine and complain. She didn't have any great goals to become the leader of Earth. All she did was just complain throughout the series. I know many people hate Kira because he's overpowered and too perfect, but I like his character a lot. He may have been strong, but the battles were taking a major toll on his mental health. He couldn't handle all the burden that was placed on him. It was nice that despite him being strong, he was still struggling to find motivation to fight at times. He isn't this perfect character that can do anything. He still feels relatable. Rao was a great antagonist like I said earlier. He had great charisma and kept calm under pressure. He was basically a more twisted version of Char Aznavour. Asuran was Kira's childhood friend, and he was a great character as well. He did well in his role of trying to show that Zaf isn't just this cliche evil force. There are good people on Zaf's side as well. They weren't killing people on Earth for no good reason. They were killing because they had to, in order to protect the space colonies. He had good character development throughout, and eventually realized Kira was right in terms of ending this meaningless conflict between naturals and coordinators. Kaguri was a cool, strong female character that showed no fear while fighting. She didn't care if the odds were against her. She would do anything to help her people. Lakusu was another great character. She is a girl with pink hair. She is the daughter of the Supreme Council Chairman of Plants. Despite appearing to be an airhead that is naive, she is actually very wise and politically savvy. She knew how to get the people on her side to end this meaningless war once and for all. Maruyu was the captain of Archangel, and she was a genius when it came to strategies, where Archangel had to confront Zaf. She knew the precise ways she and her crewmates could escape Zaf forces. Miyu was a great character as well. He was calm, confident, and had funny interactions with Maruyu. The opening and ending songs weren't that great for this anime series. The music throughout this anime series was nice to listen to, especially when Lakusu sang her songs. The anime style looked alright, and the anime looked good overall. This wasn't one of the best Gundam series out there, but it had a great cast of characters, and I really liked the scene struggles that Kira had to overcome throughout. I give this anime series a 7 out of 10. So that's all I'm talking about for this video. Thank you for watching the video. Have a good night to wherever you are, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and please comment if you found anything interesting in the video.